Hi there! If you're new here, I'm Lindsay, and today I'm going to talk to you about why I don't grow all the things. First off, my cat's not going to leave me alone, so this is Kitty Soft Paws. I didn't name her. You're probably going to see her pop in and out because anytime I'm sitting she wants to be on my lap. So, why I don't grow all the things. I want to start off by saying that I am not a professional gardener. I grew up, when I was growing up, my parents always had an organic garden, but I didn't really help out a lot, so I didn't pick up a lot on what they were doing. Now with my dad being out here, I really appreciate it because he's a great source for me when I have questions. But for the most part, this is the first year that he's been able to help me with the garden, because this is the first year he's been out here with us. But the last few years, we've been just kind of learning as we grow. The first year, we probably grew all the things, and it was just overwhelming. We didn't take the time to properly research what we were growing, to figure out what nutrients it needs. And we've made a lot of mistakes along the way, but that is how you grow. So what I would suggest, and kind of how we've done it since then, is to figure out our goals. Like, what are your goals for your garden? Do you just want to experiment? Is that your goal? Because then you can probably grow a lot more things than I would suggest. But our goals for our garden, we're trying to reduce our grocery bill. So the main things that we want to grow are things that we eat a lot of. So we eat a lot of canned tomatoes, we eat a lot of beans, we eat a lot of spinach and greens, we eat a lot of onions and potatoes. So those are the items that we have kind of tried to perfect and grow in the best way possible. Another tip, start with a few things and make sure you grow those well. So start with a few things that would offset your grocery bill, or a few things that you just want to have fresh veggies in the summertime. However you feel like you need to do it. Like last year was the first year that we grew broccoli, because that was our new thing to grow. Broccoli and carrots last year were our new thing to grow. I know those are simple things, but we're just kind of trucking along and going slowly with this. The broccoli, we just started with like 4 heads, and we got a ton of broccoli off of that, but we ate it fast. Like, it lasted us maybe a month, and that's kind of it. Even though we froze some, we really didn't need to freeze all of it because we ate it fast. So we knew this time that we needed to grow a lot more broccoli to sustain us. 18 plants are in the garden now, so we'll have 18 big heads of broccoli. And they were very simple to grow. We didn't have to worry too much about bugs because it's early in season. So we kind of figured broccoli out a little bit last year. So we're hoping for the best harvest possible because we know that we eat that. Also, if you keep your new items that you're growing to a minimum, say like 1 to 3 new items for your garden, then you'll see successes because you can research and you can figure out how best to grow that, how much of that you're going to need, or what you're going to use it for. And those little successes will kind of keep you going for the next year. Also, when you grow new things, grow a variety of those things. Now, peppers, I've grown jalapeno peppers before because I know I use those. I knew that I was going to use jalapeno pepper, but I wanted to try out something new last year, so we did bell peppers for the first time. And we had it was crazy how many bell peppers that this plant produced, so I learned new things that I could do with them. I know who will take them from me. We also grew gypsy peppers, which we just happened to get a plant that was really cheap from a local nursery. They closed down when it gets too hot in the summer. I figured out that I can use those, and they're awesome in my sweet pickles. So I'll be planting those again because I prefer those in my sweet pickles to jalapenos because it's a completely different flavor. When you follow those steps and you just grow a little bit of something new, you'll figure out what you want to use it for, and you'll also determine like how much you actually need to grow. Like with the broccoli, we know we need to grow a lot more. With the bell pepper plants, We know that we kind of overproduced a little bit last year, and we probably don't need like 4 or 5 plants because they produce so much. So in doing all this, in figuring out your goals for your garden and taking it slow and perfecting growing a few things, only growing a few new things each year, I feel like we can better determine our successes and our failures for our garden. This cat, guys, I can't take it. Also, this year, we're trying a kids garden. And I want them to be free to choose new things. I kind of steer them towards at least one thing that's easy to grow, because I want them to have success in that, because I want them to love gardening. I want this to be something that they continue to do because they appreciate it and love it. And oh my goodness, I grew that gourd. Now let's do something with it. Make a bird house or decorate it and have fun with it. The only time I don't follow my own advice is with herbs. I like to grow all the herbs. I love herbs. We're really excited to get started with our kids garden this year. Of course, I will video it for you guys. The kids have picked out some easy things to grow and some that they're going to have to take a little bit more care of, but they're kind of sticking toward gourds, flowers. I think they had sunflowers on there. Oh, I mean, they're kind of easier things. Some are a little finicky and they're going to take some time, but I wanted them to grow things that they want to grow and that they're excited about. I think that's the most important thing when you're gardening with kids. We're excited to get started on that project. We're excited to see how the garden produces this year. One of our new things this year is radishes, because I love radishes. They're out there in the garden right now. They're already starting to come up. So I'm hoping that'll be a good success, and next year we can better plan for where the radishes will go. We're pretty excited about that. We're also we've always done like trellised beans, but this year we're going to try bush beans. So we're just kind of doing it a little differently because we don't really love the trellised beans. So we're just going to try something new and a new variety and try to kind of offset that canned bean grocery bill that we have. We'll see if we can do that. Stick with us. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, like this video, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any in the future. We will see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.